If you're watching this, it's because you are 11 years old, or 12 maybe, and you're about to go into middle school, or
you like D&D, Audrey Hepburn, Fangoria, Harry Houdini, and croquet. You can't swim, you can't dance, and you don't know karate.
if you thought you've seen the most realistic middle school advice, no you haven't. This is coming from a girl who was known as the leader of the squad. When I was 11 years old, I would look up all these videos about advice for middle schoolers, tips for middle schoolers, how to prepare for middle school. And I would watch every single video I could find. Every single night till my first day of middle school, I would find every video possible. And the thing that I didn't realize was that all of these girls looked similar to each other. They dressed like each other. And they were usually, not all of them, but they were usually all the very popular and the very social girls. And I'm not even trying to be like all different and edgy, but I'm just saying that most of these middle school advice come from people who have had really good experiences in middle school. I believed everything they were going to say, and I listened to them, and most of their advice was very helpful. So I got a lot of the stuff like don't fight, which I didn't listen to, don't get into any drama, I didn't listen to that, don't date, I did listen to that one. all of this advice, but I realized that when you were not that like popular big friend group, very out there and social, and you dress like everyone else, you're not gonna have the same experience as all of these girls you see on YouTube, because you dress different. And I know that's weird. It's weird that that's a thing. It's weird that you get treated differently because you like to wear maybe darker colors, or you like to present yourself in a different way. But that's how it is. When I walked into my first day of middle school and I had a fuck-ass mini bangs with a flannel, ripped jeans, and a white shirt, I was surprised that my entire math class laughed at me. I'm not even kidding. My first day, I got laughed at by my entire class because one boy made a face at me. Let's get started. I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not telling you that you are 100% without a shadow of a doubt you're going to get bullied. And I'm not trying to make you guys be even more fearful or have more anxiety of your first day in middle school, because it's very, very hard for many people. But I had a lot of people wanting me to make this video, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to be as honest and be as helpful as I can be. Number one, no one cares about middle school. No one cares. Try not to give it too much attention, because think about it. It's 3 years of your life. I feel like what's really important is high school. So when it comes to things like embarrassing yourself at a school dance or getting rejected from a crush, no one's gonna really care about it. Number two, let me tell you who is most likely going to be your friend as an alternative person. Band kids, orchestra kids, theater kids, and choir kids, or chorus kids, however you want to call them. The common factor is that these all are musical people. These are people who practice their instruments. When it comes to orchestra and band kids, these kids have a usually really wide taste of music, and I don't really know how to explain it, but like they're usually the more nicer ones and definitely more down to earth. Like from what my experience, they're usually very nice to you. Chorus kids and theater kids overlap, because I know a lot of classes, if you have a chorus class, everyone in there participates in the theater in some way. Let me give you my 2 cents about theater kids. I was always grouped in with them because of the way I dress, because usually a lot of theater kids do like alternative music, but they like stuff like Queen or David Bowie. So your best bet, especially if you have like no friends coming into middle school, theater kids are going to be your best bet. I personally don't like theater kids. I think they're really annoying, but for the most part, they're really nice. They'll accept you no matter what. So be friends with theater kids. Be friends with them. And don't be afraid to get into musicals, because yes, I hate theater kids, but I love musicals. I love them. I love falsettos, all that stuff. So don't be afraid. Since we're already on the topic of theater, number 3, this is more like a general rule, join clubs that surround that. There's usually going to be art clubs or like music clubs, stuff like crew for theater. I tried to do crew and I hated it so much. And maybe you will like it, because once again, it's very easy to have a group of friends from doing crew and getting well with the theater kids. I didn't like doing crew. I quit after like a month because I just hated it. Don't be afraid to try out any clubs, and just in general, try out any club you want to. Don't be afraid that you're gonna get judged or kind of excluded from it. Do what you think is gonna be fun, and if you don't like it, quit. But I know you guys want me to get to the good stuff. How do you handle bullying? What do I do if someone comes up to my face and starts singing, "Because tonight will be the night that I will fall"? Coming from someone who has reacted in every way possible, I know you're gonna hear this from so many teachers and so many people, like adults in your life, but the true thing to do when you get someone in your face trying to make you feel bad about yourself is to not do anything. Walk away. Unless if it's like really serious, and I'm talking about like threats to beat you up and all of that stuff, then you should do something about it. But when it's just two boys who are shorter than you who go up to you and sing one of those stupid songs, the songs that are gonna be sung at you, they're gonna be Emo Girl by MGK and Willow, the song I just sang. That one kid on TikTok who was like, "I'm gonna kill my mom," that kid. The "Mom, leave me alone, I wanna be famous." Those are the main four I got sung on me. I think there are a few more. Maybe like "So Why Do Good Girls Like Bad Guys," that one. So be prepared. If you hear that behind you in your ear, it's gonna be one of those songs. Do not react. Keep walking. For the love of God, keep walking, because what they assume of all alternative people is that we all are violent and we all are mean. In general, alternative people have been getting demonized for such a long time. We're made out to be bullies and kind of satanic, but it's usually the people who bully you who are way more likely to be violent and harsh than you are. Do not respond in a way that proves them right. Keep walking. Get to that second period. Do not stop. Do not give them a reaction, because they want that so they can tell themselves that what they're doing is right, or that they're proving a point, you know? I forgot what tip we're on, but the next tip: if the bullying gets to a point where it's dangerous or it's genuinely affecting you, I don't care if this is like a thing in middle school, like don't be the snitch, don't be that kid. Tell a counselor, tell somebody, tell your favorite teacher. If it comes to that point where it's getting to you and you can't just ignore it, don't ignore it. I feel like it's become such a popular thing to be like, "Oh, well, they're just playing around, they're just joking." But it gets truly frustrating after a while. I remember because the worst thing that's ever happened to me in middle school was I got followed home by two 8th graders as a 6th grader. I didn't tell anyone, but I probably should have, because they followed me home. They followed me home. Next tip: fake it till you make it. And I've heard this one from a bunch of alternative people. And the truth is, if you are someone who doesn't want to go into your first day like fully yourself, if that makes sense, you don't have to. I mean, personally for me, I knew that if I wore complete black for my first week at middle school, I was not even gonna have a chance. But would I recommend it? No. Because as the time I got to 7th grade, I stopped caring and I started going how I wanted to go. You don't owe it to these people. You don't owe it to dress normal or look normal just so you don't discomfort them. Who cares how they feel about a MCR t-shirt at 9 in the morning? Who cares? What I mean by fake it till you make it is, if you have a shirt or pants or shoes that you want to wear, but you're thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to be so scared and like kind of nervous to wear this tomorrow," wear the thing. When you go to school, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be like, "Oh my God, get me out of here, get me out of here." You're going to start calling your mom and texting your mom. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because once you show these people that you can bother me, you can say comments at me however many times you want to, I'm still going to show up and dress how I like to. They're going to be like, they obviously don't care. So keep telling yourself throughout the day, you look fine. No one is noticing how you look. Keep walking through the hallway. You look good. Just try to convince yourself until you actually believe it, or until you stop caring. I did this method so many times. The next tip. This is for mainly your teachers. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a teacher. They're usually male. They're usually older. They're going to either adore you or want to pistol whip you. It's gonna be one of those. This teacher is gonna love you for all the band shirts you wear, and they're gonna be like, no way, you listen to Pearl Jam. I love Pearl Jam. I went to their concert back. And they're just gonna love this whole idea that the younger generation still listens to rock music or emo music and all of that. Honestly, it may be a little bit awkward for you, but they usually have the best intentions. Unfortunately, some male teachers can be absolutely insufferable. They cannot handle the fact that you're wearing a Limp Bizkit shirt. I've experienced both. I had an English teacher who loved the fact that I was an Alice in Chains fan, so he would tell me to watch like certain performances or check out certain songs. On the other hand, my 7th grade science teacher, I felt like he wanted to personally slam my head into a desk himself. Whenever I would walk in with a band shirt, he would tell me to name 3 songs. The classic. I remember I went to science class in a Evanescence shirt, and he was like, you know who Amy Lee is? Girl, the 2000s wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. Yes, I know who Amy Lee is. Girl, my best advice how to deal with these teachers, give them the most driest face you can. Because I swear to God, they don't go away. In my 8th grade, I had to pass by him to go to my first period. And first of all, he forgot my name. And he actually started calling me by another girl's name because we were both the same color. What? Yeah, my name is not Catherine, Mr. Shellhorse. It's Kayla. So prepare yourself to meet that teacher because they're either going to be your best friend or they're going to be your worst enemy. Another tip. In the rare chance that you meet another alternative person in your school, always try to befriend them. But don't have this moral obligation that, oh, we have to be friends because we understand each other. They don't owe nothing to you. They don't want to be friends with you. They don't want to be friends with you. If this person turns out to be a little bit of don't get into that, buddy. Of course, there's going to be alternative teenagers who vape. It's unstoppable. Don't go around that. Another one. I don't have any personal experience with this, but apparently lots of people in middle school had this thing where teachers would bully you. I mean, maybe I have because my science teacher was like really mean to me. If you have a teacher that bullies you because of the way you dress, please, for the love of God, tell someone. Because why is a fully grown woman or fully grown male talking down to a 12-year-old? In what universe should that be happening? Another thing, you're gonna experience the girls. In my own experience, I don't know what you get, basic girls, I think that's what you guys call them. They were really nice, but there was a lot of backhandedness there, so don't allow yourself to be talked about in a way that you don't want to be talked about. I got a lot of stuff like, oh, you're so confident to be out the house like that. Like, I can never dress like how you dress. Just remember that you don't have to be everyone's friend. I know that's a whole big thing of like, talk to everybody, socialize, say hi to everybody. The truth is that not everyone wants to talk to everyone. Some people have their respective like groups of people they want to talk to. Not everyone's gonna like you. There's probably gonna be at least 1 or 2 people who hate you for no reason. And that's just middle school. For me, I had like the mean gay guy hate me for some reason. And I had one theater kid hate me. Most likely though, will be the boys who bully you. Those group of popular boys feel as if they're better than everyone because they play football. Another one. I know that the intro of this video has a lot of fear-mongering or whatever that word is, but the truth is that middle school is not that scary because usually everyone is minding their own business, so just mind yours. Don't be afraid to make friends. If you see someone wearing a band tee, even if you think like, oh, they probably don't even listen to the band, ask them because you never know. You never know if this person is going to end up being a really good friend because you both like the same band. Another thing is, please don't be rebellious for just no reason at all, especially with the middle schoolers now. Not saying all of y'all are smoke machines, but a lot of you guys do like to misbehave for no reason. It's kind of weird. When I say y'all, I also mean me because in 7th grade, I was only there for 3 days max because I was skipping. I would go to Harris Teeter and eat Takis, and I would walk around my whole town for the entirety of the school day. Because basically I gave up, and Yeah, so don't do that. Don't do any of that skipping stuff. I understand it's like, oh, for the lore, oh, for the thrill. Don't do it, because next thing you know, you're taking your mid-unit test and you haven't even been to school in a week. I feel like when you're just in a place, especially if you do end up getting bullied, which if you do, I'm so sorry. When they end up in a place where you're being bullied a lot and you're being attacked for the way you like to express yourself, you react in a way that is bad. You skip, or like maybe you vape and you do those things. Don't. I don't know how I can stop you from doing it, but don't do it, because you'll regret it. And your parents will find out one way or another. Like, you will be dealt with. I was dealt with. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how that went, but I was dealt with. Trust me. I have a Hispanic mom, so at the end of the day,
the day ends.
Do not freaking use my words.
At the end of the day ends.
at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to control what happens the minute you step into school. And even though being alternative unfortunately comes with being judged and being stereotyped, don't let it take away from how you are as a person, because at the end of the day, it's clothes, it's hair, it's necklaces, it's jewelry. Don't change your style for anyone. I really wish I would have had someone tell me to not be so, like, anxious, because I always had this thought of, like, what if someone says something to me today, or what if someone tells me that I'm depressed, or what if someone tells me that I kill myself, what if someone tells me to kill myself again, stuff like that. And I always had that, like, just that voice telling me that someone was gonna say something. And then I would go to school and someone would say something to me, but the world kept spinning, like the sun didn't explode. So I really wish that when I was 11 years old, I had this video to watch, that I had someone to tell me that who cares, it's 3 years of your life, to do whatever you want, to have fun. Because I really feel like I would have been less embarrassed to be who I am. Don't be scared. Don't let these people tell you who you are, because you know who you are.
Hey, Jesse, any advice for me before you go? Just enjoy it. It feels like a party every day.